I'm Kathleen Hitchcock. I was born at Cleveland, Tennessee, in September the 13th, 1930.
At 92 years old, Kathleen Hitchcock has seen a lot. As a daughter, wife, mother, and bank teller, she's had a lot of roles. But throughout it all, she's had a steady love and dedication for agriculture. That was first instilled to her by her parents, Lucille and Jess Moffitt, as she grew up on the farm with her two younger sisters, where they raised cattle, hogs, sheep, and corn.
I helped Daddy with the sheep. He'd get up the sheep, and we had some little lambs that their mother wouldn't claim, and I had to feed them on the bottle. And then I helped with the hogs, everything.
Tragedy struck Kathleen's family, though, when she was only 6. Her mother died of a heart attack, leaving Kathleen's father to raise 3 girls while continuing to manage the farm.
We had to put Agnes, my baby sister, on a bottle, but she didn't like that bottle. She cried and cried and cried, and I carried her no telling how many miles. I got so skinny.
But Kathleen was resilient and carried on even as they were forced to move, as their farm became part of artillery training grounds during World War II. Her father remarried when she was 13, and while attending Van Buren County High School, Kathleen met the love of her life, Liston Hitchcock.
He would come over to the high school whenever we had to stay over there and do, had a program of some kind, and he'd stay over there and he'd kind of flirt with me, And then that's how we got going. And I don't know, we dated, I guess, a couple of years and then married.
Kathleen and Liston married before she finished high school, and the two went right to work building their life together. Liston bought a bulldozer and did work around the county. Meanwhile, Kathleen began working on their local rolling store, which brought goods people needed right to their front door.
I went on a rolling store all over Van Buren County and sold groceries. We started loading that rolling store at 4:30 in the morning, and we went all over Van Buren County each day of the week. I think we had one day off a week.
She eventually went back to school and got her GED and took some college courses before she was hired as a bank teller at Citizens Bank. That's where she would work until she retired in 2005. But farming was always at the center of Kathleen and Liston's life, where they raised beef cattle and hay and enjoyed raising their 4 children on the farm. She's also always been involved in church. She faithfully attends McElroy Church of Christ, where she serves as the church secretary.
It's always been important to me to go to church and want my children to. Back years ago, you didn't have anywhere else to go but church. And, I just grew into that. I always wanted to attend. And I didn't feel right when I didn't.
Mrs. Hitchcock has always been active in the community, from school PTO to the local Cattlemen's Association, but her Farm Bureau involvement has been a priority. She first got involved by helping cook the chicken for the annual county meeting. If Farm Bureau was having a meeting of any kind, Kathleen and Liston were there.
I've enjoyed life, and I've enjoyed the Farm Bureau to the fullest. I've always enjoyed going to meetings and learning more about the Farm Bureau and so on. I'm proud for what it does for farm and rural people. It's very important to them.
Mrs. Hitchcock was first elected to the Van Buren County Farm Bureau Board of Directors in 1985 and is now a lifelong member of the board. Mr. Hitchcock passed away in 2017, but Kathleen continues to live on their farm, enjoying her 9 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. And because of her decades of dedication to improving agriculture and rural life in Tennessee, Mrs. Kathleen Hitchcock is recognized with the Farm Bureau's Distinguished Service Award.
It means so much. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it at all. But I must have done something right. Oh, man. But it's a good award. Proud of it.
You know, it's a great honor to meet people like Miss Kathleen. You know, you hear the expression, the salt of the earth. You know, it's people like her, and it's her strength and of her and people like her that's the strength of this organization. And it's just a privilege for me to introduce her as our District 4 Distinguished Leader.
I want to thank you for this award. I'm no speaker, but I am so happy to get this, and I hope I'm deserving of it. But the Farm Bureau means so much to me, and I've been in it for many years, and I want to thank everybody so much.